Okay, so I finally made it to today's main attraction, and today's main attraction is Cosart Road, aka Devil's Road. Okay, and recently, this is just as in like yesterday's Google search, I see that they are calling, saying, oh, it's Devil's Road in Satanville, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that's something different. You really need to watch over here because it's single lane, it's two-way, but there's only really room for one car here. But if you look over, here's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot this quick. Look off to the right-hand side. So M. Night Shyamalan filmed The Village out here in this property right here that I'm pointing towards. Maybe a little further up the road. But one of the just fascinating things about this road is the trees angling in this direction, which some say is away from the sun, which would be the normal growth of a tree. And it does make it look cool. Like here's one leaning over here, right here. And there's a lot. These not so much, but look at that. First off, this is just, I don't care what's leaning. This has a look for me that I like this look, period. But of course there's an explanation why the trees are leaning. And they're leaning a little bit here. And I'm going to go spin around and show you the one section. It's a lot more severe. But the word is that they're, turn around. I'm going to go slow up here. The word is that, so this area here is owned by DuPont. I don't know if they own this side, this land here, but this side over here is owned by DuPont. And the word is that DuPont's, the wealth was protected in the family with people in the family marrying in the family. And what, as we know, what can come of that is if you're having children, is deformities. And of course, the urban legend is that these deformed babies were buried, and I'll have to move up a little bit a ways to show you. The deformed babies were buried in the trunks of trees along this road. And then the reaction is that because of that just abomination, the trees on this side of the road leaned away from the property. Good enough for me. Look right here. Here we go. And they're not cut. This is not cut that way. They are leaning. You see the trunks. That's a lean. That ain't no, oh, let's cut the lines, or let's protect the electrical lines with pruning. No, that's not what that is. They're leaning. Those trunks are straight and leaning. As you can see up here, these trunks ain't leaning. Look at them, straight up and down. Let's really make this an eyewitness breaking news story. These are not leaning at all. Okay? So there's that dynamic right there. And that is Devil's Road right there. And we're going to go get another angle of it, because there really is nowhere to park around here. And you see I'm parked up over this hill right here. But let's go one more time. Let's go one more time down the old slope. And I don't know exactly what entrance M. Night was using to film. You can see, yeah, we just did look at this. Look at that. And that's a thing, man. That's that creepy thing. And I was here, it was a few years back, we had a road trip. me, TC Braxton, my son, and we came out here. And one of the things they say that does happen on this road is weird, odd things happen to your car. You might pull over, it won't start. You might pull on the road, it might seize up. It might stop moving. The electrical might go. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, taking that into consideration and knowing that first time I came out here, the following happened. So our whole experience started that last time I came, well, one and only time I was ever here, taking pictures. It was so I got out right in, I got out right here because this barn, I can find my pic, but the barn there, I was like, oh, I got to get a picture of this. So got out of the car. As a matter of fact, there was a gentleman here doing some landscaping right at this house, and I think we pulled the car over right here, and I was like, oh, and there's the barn. He's like, yeah, you guys all right? And I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm just taking a picture of the barn. He goes, yeah, don't go in it. Well, you can see why you wouldn't want to go in it. It looks, because it's definitely looks like it could fall at any minute. But there's the post office there. I wonder, maybe an old train station. Well, right before I answered him, I closed the car door right on my thumb. In the meantime, I went, all right, that's a first. I've never closed the car door on my finger ever before, you know? And maybe that didn't take a year to heal. And I got pictures of it. It was bad. I was doing the thing where you heat the pen, the needle, and try to poke a hole in your thumbnail just to relieve some of the pressure because there was so much blood in there. So I was like, yeah, wow, that was a lot to process right at that moment. Got back in the car, drove right around here, and was like, oh, here go the trees leaning again. And they're really only leaning at either end of Devil's Road, Cosart Road. They're only leaning here and at the other end of the road. And we got out back there to get a picture with the leaning trees in the background. And okay, it may not have had nothing to do with Devil's Road, but didn't I get out of the car without putting it in park? And you can only imagine what happened next as the car is driving away with Braxy B in the passenger seat. Yep. Here's these funky trunks, tree trunks. I think those trunks that were referenced about that the so-called they were burying babies in, I think most of them trees fell. But there are some funky little tree trunks out here. So yeah, back to the story, like, yeah, there's the car rolling away with her in the passenger seat. We got out right here. took a picture with those trees in the background. And this road I'm on right now is flat. Somewhere along the line, I was like, why? I mean, you know, I screwed up regardless because I got out of the car and I did not put the car in park. So at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you're an idiot. And I'm like, yeah. But then I'm also, having come back here, I'm also like, why is the car moving to begin with? So that day, slam the thumb in the car door, first time ever. Only been driving for what, 35 years? Okay. And then maybe my brain just got devil's roaded and went, yeah, get a picture real quick, and then not put the car in park. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tough way to explain things. Wonder what entrance they used, what M. Night entrance, what entrance he was using. I think I've seen pictures posted of what people thought they knew where he was going in and out of this property here. Shame I'll do an M. Night tour, because I'm pretty sure people would be interested in that. You know, a tour where he did the village, a tour where he did signs. Maybe they're out there. Maybe they are out there. I just don't realize it. One more look at the trees. Devil's Road in Chadsford, PA.